Everybody ready?
Whatever.
Yeah.
You ready? As Mayor of Memphis, I'd like to call this meeting to order with Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Davis.
Here.
Messiah.
Here.
Schneider.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
Zukasar.
Here.
Zukas W. absent.
Motion to excuse the absence of Mr. Zukas.
Messiah.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Zukasar.
Yes.
Zukas W. absent. Davis.
Yes.
All right. Non-agenda items from sidelines. I had none. Comments from city administration. Donna?
No, just the elections are over and everything went good.
Chief?
I have a bill here for the equipment installation in the charger. We're still missing 2 parts to be installed, but he went ahead and they're on order and picking those up tomorrow.
Is the bill include this?
Yes. The bill is for $800. It's for 17 hours of
What is that for?
installation. The installation of the 8 lights, siren, speaker, radio.
Oh, on the
Yes, on the new
It's
car.
800. Who's it to?
Burden Brothers
Burton Brothers.
to come out of the salvage fund.
Can I get a motion to approve that expense?
I'll make that motion. $800 for Burton Brothers.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Zukasar.
Yes.
Zukas W. absent. Davis.
Yes.
Messiah.
Yes.
Anything else? Acting, nothing. Nothing? Okay. Mark?
I'll second that one.
Nothing? Our assessor was supposed to be here to talk about something, but apparently he decided not to come. Adoption or amendment of the agenda?
No change, to make a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
Support.
Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Zukasar.
Yes.
Zukas W. absent. Davis.
Yes.
Messiah.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
All right. Presentation and approval of the October receipts report for $99,635.59. Oh, sorry. Hopefully y'all had a chance to go over the regular meeting minutes of October 16th. If there's no questions, I'd entertain a motion to accept those. I didn't want to do the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Support.
Wilson.
Yes.
Zukasar.
Yes.
Zukas W. absent. Davis.
Yes.
Messiah.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Weaver.
Oh, look who's here.
Weaver.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Okay, presentation and approval of October receipts report for $99,635.59. October's disbursement report for $87,182.04. And electronic wire transfers for $8,686.16. Any questions? No questions? Entertain motion to accept those and pay the bills?
I make a motion to pay these.
No?
Support.
Zukasar.
Yes.
Back to you.
Zukas W. absent. Davis.
Yes.
Messiah.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Entertain a motion to accept communications?
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Zukas W. absent. Davis.
Yes.
Messiah.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Zukasar.
Yes.
All right. Communication from Memphis Historical Society with regards to use of the community building. I'm writing to request the use of the upper floor of the community building on Potter Street, November 30th, 2012, between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. to hold a discussion with one of the Memphis Cub Scout dens, and asked by Den Mother Lisa Peters to present a brief discussion of the history of Memphis to the scouts in her den. Expect there will approximately be 12 to 14 scouts attending. Each scout will be invite a parent to attend with them. Use of the facility will involve the use of tables and chairs to occupy a limited space in the main floor of the building. Can I get a motion to approve the Historical Society Tommy Cairns have November 30th between 6 and 8 p.m. at the community center?
I'll make a motion we allow them to use the community center on November 30th from 6 to 8 for the Cub Scout presentation.
Support.
Hassan,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W. absent, Davis,
Yes.
Unfinished business, there was none. New business, fire department. Invoice for Apollo Fire Apparatus Repair. What is this?
That is for a face mask that we wear, our SCBA pack, and also the air bottle. Seals went out in both the face piece and the air bottle itself. It's our air tanks that we use.
All right, can I get a motion to accept the $357.67 to Apollo Fire Apparatus for the repair of the SCBA equipment?
I'll make a motion we allow the fire department to pay this invoice for the amount of $357.67.
Support.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W. absent, Davis,
Yes.
Hassan.
Yes.
Okay, next, fire department invoice for fire truck repair.
This one was an emergency fix, and apologize for not getting approval for such a high amount, but the exhaust fell off one of the trucks on a run. So this is the company that we use to do all of our maintenance on our trucks, so we just called them and they came out and put an exhaust on our truck.
These are all part of your budget, right?
It's in the maintenance budget. I mean, we don't budget for exhaust falling off. We don't have to pay, but it happens.
But it's in your maintenance.
I guess
Yes,
that's-
there's enough.
That's one of the problems with having a 15-year-old vehicle.
It is, yes, we bought it used 6 years ago, so yeah, it's about 15 years old.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the repair of the fire truck for $1,487.68?
So moved.
Support.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W. absent, Davis,
Yes.
Hassan,
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
All right. Next is Water and Sewer Department, Tri-County Back Services. What happened there?
We had a backup over on Boardman East, and anyways, I had a call.
Is that that video I watched?
No.
a different one?
That's why the next bill in here is for a video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyways, without the video, they went through the first time and just did a temporary. They didn't want to snag their cutter on anything because of the past situations we've had. So I had the camera truck come in, the camera.
And that's the Michigan Pipe Inspection next on
Yes.
the list.
The reason for all of it was if we're going to be paving that road next year, let's find out if we got doing digging. Before the camera, yeah, it did show some problems, but any of those problems that we think can be done from above ground.
Can we do a motion on these together since they're the same incident?
Well, you have two different, so.
I think I'd make two
Okay.
different motions,
Well-
two are different invoices.
All right, can I get a motion for Tri-County Back Services to approve the 6 hours, $960 expense to jet rod and root cut and sewer line?
I'll make that motion for $960 to Tri-County Back Services.
Support.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W. absent, Davis,
Yes.
Hassan,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes. Can I get a motion for the pipe inspection? Go ahead and make that.
I'll make a motion then for Michigan Pipe Inspection, the amount of $783.50.
Support.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W. absent, Davis,
Yes.
Hassan,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Next item is the water tower, G5. I know I've talked to you guys about this at some point. I had talked to G5, the last time we had to paint our water tower, it cost $15,000 of our taxpayers' money. And I talked to G5 and they would be willing to sign a contract with us to pay for the next time that it has to be painted if they could put their G5 logo on the water tower. And I think it looks great. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I didn't want to spend any money with the lawyers putting together some type of agreement until we decided if we wanted to go forward with it, and he showed that he was interested and put a design together for us. So Lou's put a design together for us. I've talked to Bart about this several times. He knows that Lou would have to follow all the guidelines of the type of paint and
You'd have to have the inspectors involved on Dixon Engineering, making sure they're using it appropriate.
right. So that would all have to be part of the contract. And I don't know if we want to start spending the money now. He has shown that he is interested in doing this, and the quicker he does it, the more bang for his buck he's going to get before he has to paint it again.
When did you plan to do next spring or next summer?
Probably spring. Probably do it in the spring, and we just need to. If you want, we can kind of put this on the back burner and then talk to the attorney and get him to put together a little agreement for us to have him have his attorney review and go from there. I've already given him all the receipts from the last time that the water tower's painted, so he knows exactly how much it cost.
And we're just talking about the exterior of the tower.
When was the last time it was painted?
Yeah, how often does it get painted?
Every 10 years? 8 to 10 years?
No, I think it's a little longer than that, isn't it?
I painted in 1995,
Yeah, so
and
it's-
then, God, what's it been now?
Oh, wait,
2008?
Okay.
No, 2009.
I'd have to have my files.
I
It
know.
Something like that,
Right
though.
around there.
hasn't been too long ago.
10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the amount you're using is what, the past, or the amount you have an inflationary factor in there?
I would think that he would just pay the
Whatever
cost.
cost.
Maybe we put not to exceed on it or something. And I mean, if it does exceed that, we're still going to save
Yeah, I know.
$15,000 in taxpayer money,
Yeah, I know.
and it's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
I have no problem with it. I think.
Works for me.
Yeah. What do you think of the design that he put together? It looks pretty. It looks like it is on there already.
Yeah, looks good.
I was like, he gave me this, and I said, "What? Did you paint it?" No.
That's,
So.
yeah, not quite that simple.
You know what I might do is, well, if it's okay, you know, if I can get a motion to talk to our attorneys about this, it might cost us a little money, but we can start moving forward a little bit if you guys like.
Well, definitely got to determine involved.
Did they seem to be positive about painting the exterior, or did you set a dollar figure for it?
I gave them the last dollar
Last.
figure.
So I'm
Told
just
them
being
what it was.
businessmen, they know the price goes up.
Yeah, they know the price is increasing. But, I mean, you're looking at $1,000 a year for advertising like this is actually pretty darn good. You know how much, that's probably a quarter on one of the regular billboards out here. So,
I think it looks nice on myself.
thank you, Paul.
What would you like?
I'd like maybe to, I'll work with Bart and figure out what we want to send to the attorney to get him to write up a short agreement to take to G5 for them to review.
You need a motion for that then, right?
Well, it's going to cost some money, so I mean, I would like to have a motion to,
You just want to discuss it at this time with the attorney, or?
well, I want to discuss it with you and find out what you think needs to be in there, and then request the attorney put together an agreement
Mhm.
with G5. So it'll cost some money to get that agreement put together. I don't know how much, probably a couple $100.
And I'm assuming that you're gonna have the same company who paints our water tower is gonna
Well,
put this on there, or?
if that's what he wants
Well,
to do.
again, we put it out for bid, so we've had two
I mean, it's probably
companies
pretty
since I've been
expensive
here.
just to, you know, put two logos up here, because by the time they set up their.
And I'm not sure if they're putting two logos up there.
No, they had mentioned maybe just one
Oh, okay.
on one side, so on this side that faces town, so. And so they can, actually, they can look out their office window and see it,
There you go.
Can't blame them.
yeah. So basically, I guess I need a motion to pursue it and possibly spend some attorney fees.
So moved.
Board,
Lucas W. absent. Davis.
yes.
Mosayan.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Lucas Harper.
Yes.
All right, next is Stewart Beavis and Whipple audit contract. This is a 3-year audit contract. They changed this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I've made some calls to them.
Yep, and the bottom too.
Okay. That includes preparing the MD&A, reviewing the Act 51 report done by City Personnel Financial Data, and the dashboard and citizens guide, which I've been doing. but if I'm not here, it was really difficult the first year I did it. I'd asked them to include that in this bid so that if I'm not here and somebody takes my place, it can still be done properly and correctly.
Yeah, because it's quite involved. The first one was really involved.
Right,
And,
and that's how we
Yeah,
get our
so-
EVIP money. We ended up with an extra, what was it, $15,000 this past year because of that.
yes.
So, any questions on this?
I think so. We should go for 3 years.
All right, well, can we get a motion to accept the,
I'll make that motion. Saying for a 3-year contract specified.
Yes, support.
Okay, Davis,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Yes.
Lukasar, Lucas W. absent.
All right. Moving on, other new business from the mayor. Actually, our assessor's here, so first new business is something that I've been discussing with him. The parcels that the city owns in the lot, the alley back here, and he's colored all the city-owned properties with that orange, so you can see that what the city owns. The parcels that are along the back side of the building, I had mentioned possibly giving those away, but he is kind of, our assessor has kind of said that, you know, possibly instead of giving those away, we should purchase or obtain the other parcels that are alley and develop some type of a parking plan for this area. It's kind of, parking's kind of a problem, especially on this side of downtown, back through here. And if you look at the arrows on here, and I've asked the county to develop a parking plan through here where we had 2 one-way entrances, the red arrows, one-way headed north to south, and the green arrows, a one-way headed south to north, and have angled parking in there. It might actually double our available parking through the area. It would eliminate this little grassy area, but we could put some greenery borders along the edges of the buildings where we currently have alley. So you want to say anything about this?
I agree with you. I've heard the city council talk about investing in the community, and with the decline in the commercial base that we've seen over the past couple of years, that seems to be the fitting place to consider. And parking on Main Street is not really sufficient for those businesses, and I see even on the weekends or when I'm here in the evenings, parking does become the problem. So if you were to go to some kind of an angled parking, you'll make it a little bit more convenient. That'll bring people in here. When you're having to step through some of the puddles, and it's a mixture between asphalt and gravel and dirt and mud, you're going to have people that are going to choose to go elsewhere. So in terms of fixing up that image, you've got the business entrances on at least 3 of these businesses here: the drugstore, Johnny's, and the bar, which I'm sure that'll be resurrected to be something someday. That would be the logical investment to me, and it'll also enhance the Masonic Temple in terms of it's currently listed, and you need to make this a viable business area.
And it would allow our business owners to actually put a business front on the back of the building as well as the front of the building. So, you know, it'll almost, even though it would be a parking lot, it would almost become like a business street.
Yeah, you'll have to develop a plan in terms of paving and how that would be paid for, whether it would be shared with the business owners if the city were to be involved, or if it would solely be the businesses, or if it would be the city taking it on. But that seems to be the logical place to go. And then you certainly take a look at around the water tower, as you could go between the Masonic Temple and the water tower as an exit, which is one of the suggestions here. There's a number of different ways you can go. I know the firefighters are using that in terms of just maneuvering some of the equipment. I've seen that, and but that could be dressed up a little around the bottom of that too.
I sent this same document to the county planning, and for the next planning commission meeting, they're going to be developing a parking plan using these lots and what would be the best utilitarian way to have these lots give us the most parking with green areas, with handicapped accessibility, and all the things that are required for parking, and give us a plan to improve our downtown area. Now, this could be either us going after a grant to do it, or if we're able in the future to develop a downtown development authority, for it to fall under one of their plans to get TIFA money or other kinds of funds in.
CDBG.
Or CDBG funds in to take care of this. So just an idea. That was something that I wanted.
Well, the purchasing part of it, I'd like to clarify on that. I have seen nobody that owns or supposedly owns property back there ever maintain it. The city's been maintaining that as an alley for so many years.
Well,
I really think that I would request and have a talk with anybody that supposedly owns it.
I think
we'd like to take it and turn it
The other
into.
thing I'd just like to say too,
So-
CDBG funds are already allocated probably the next.
But it would have to be additional, you know, I mean, we'd have to go after additional CDBG funds instead.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing, and you know this, they're reallocating
Yeah, I know.
unspent funds right now, and it might be something that we would be able to go for. This is an economic boost. This would be an economic boost to our downtown to have really good parking.
You already putting it in planning commission.
The planning commission's going to be looking at this. The county's bringing it forward. This is, you know, working out a viable parking plan is part of our new master plan. And it's one of the, I mean, there's all kinds of additional steps that we're needing to take. But in looking at, do we need to give this, these 3 parcels off to the left that are along the backs of the buildings, do we need to give those away? Or do we need to get the rest of the land and really try to do something with this? That's the question that we're looking at now. So I guess just to put this in your mind, that this is something that needs to be looked at. It needs to be considered, and if we have funds that we can find, it needs to possibly, you know, be on a short list of things to do to improve our downtown. The other thing you wanted to talk about was the office building here, this office building. When our fire department starts one of the big trucks in this back bay, it fills the city offices with exhaust.
I've had to leave in the last year at least 6 times.
I think the fire, he's not here right now, but the fire department's been trying to get a grant for that for the last few years, to try to get an exhaust system that would suit the whole building. I don't think they've been successful. But
No, they haven't been
I know it's
successful.
been talked about before. It has been
Yeah,
talked about.
they haven't been
before.
successful with the grant, and you know, maybe we need to consider looking at getting the funds and doing it for the safety of our employees above and beyond the grant. They're very important, that we don't want them, you know, it's a carcinogen. They're in there breathing cancer-causing air because we don't have that exhausting out here, and that's something else we need to put on the short list. That's something that needs to be done.
I think the fire department's probably already got cost estimates, because I know they went for grants. I guess we could check with them.
Can we get a motion to send that to the fire committee to review? Would that be the fire committee?
Well, that's the fire committee, yeah, that's true, that's not a problem, sure.
All right, so we'll send that to the fire committee, and they can bring back possibly some quotes and some
And I think they
ideas.
already have checked into that, probably.
So you made the motion, do we get support for send that to the fire committee?
Larry, do you have any idea how much money we're talking?
It was
No, I
expensive.
don't, you know, it's been talked about, but I can't really give you figures, because I don't remember what that figure was. I know they were asking for grants, they've asked them for 2 or 3 years, or over the years, they've asked for
Yeah,
grants.
he's applied for
Yeah.
grants for quite
For
a few
that,
years.
yeah, because we know it's a problem.
All right, next thing.
Wait,
Oh, we didn't vote. We gotta vote.
Hassan,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W. absent, Davis.
Yes.
The next thing I have is our ice skating rink down in the youth center, behind the youth center. One of the problems with it is there's no lighting down there. And in the wintertime, whenever somebody comes home, it's dark. So nobody really gets to enjoy that except possibly maybe 1 or 2 days a week. I thought that it would be very nice to put some evergreen trees around 2 sides of the rink and have those lit up with Christmas lights, maybe till 10 at night, so that it will light up that whole area. And we can use the LED lights that are low. I mean, they cost very little to run.
What happened to our pole and light I was gonna install?
Well, your pole?
Remember? All you need is a yard light, it lights that whole area.
Right. Well, you know, it would just also, it would give a better
Because
feel.
you can't put the Christmas trees on the south side of it.
Why not?
We got a fence right there for a ball, called the ballpark, and then
Well,
it's awful
how
tight.
far,
in
how
there.
far is that from there?
Not very far.
Well, could we put it along the northern edge of it?
North side, yeah.
And what about
Yeah, more space
the
there.
north and the
North, you got the east end.
east side? I was just thinking 2 sides anyway.
Yeah.
And what that would do is also, if somebody's out there at 10 o'clock at night skating, it would buffer the sound. So if they're out there laughing and
Block the wind.
Be a nice wind break.
it would block the wind too. I've got gentleman, Chris Kane, has offered evergreen trees and the services to plant them. I don't know what it would take to get electricity out there,
I do.
but Bart does.
Please share.
The possibility of getting electricity out there, right now is tree planting season. I was thinking of this for next year and then talked to Chris and he said, well, we're replanting trees right now. I could probably have it done in the next 2 weeks. So he could plant trees along 2 sides of that, the northern side and actually whatever Bart tells him, wherever Bart tells him to plant trees, he could plant trees. He's donating the trees. And then, you know, if you want me to, I'll go out and buy the Christmas lights or
Is
the,
that who we got the city tree from?
that's who we got the city tree from. And I called him up and said, look, I'm gonna abuse your generosity if that's okay. And he was more than happy to provide the services and the trees to take care of that. And if we can get the lights out there when they fill that with ice or with water and it becomes an ice rink, it will be something that can be
How
used.
close is residential to the, how close is residential? Is there houses within that?
100 yards?
It's quite a distance
Yeah.
to Main Street and then over on
You wouldn't
Pratt.
want the lights on all night then?
No.
No, we put a timer on it where it
Okay.
kicks it off at like 10 o'clock at night. And like I said, those are very, the new LED ones are very cheap to run. They cost hardly anything.
Yeah, they're costly, but they're cheap to run.
Right.
Yeah.
And it would definitely have a different feel to it and be something that people could go out and enjoy. And I'd like to do it. Basically, right now, all I need is a motion to allow him to plant these trees under the guidance of Bart. How do you guys feel about that?
I think it's a great idea. Bart, you have a chance to get with them in the next week or two?
Oh, good. Yeah.
I'll make the
anytime.
motion.
Support.
Schneider,
Yes.
No.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W. absent, Davis,
Yes.
Hassan.
Yes.
Next, I just wanted to thank Donna and Jennifer for all their hard work on the election. It's been a miserable 2 weeks at least for them.
It's been a miserable month for everybody.
And all the ladies who came and were part of the election, I'd like to thank them as well. It's not easy work and it's basically volunteer. So just a thank you to them. And that's all I have. Larry, you have anything?
I use the mute button quite often. Anyway, yes, I got one thing, and I noticed somebody asked at the last meeting, and it's on the elevator. And I know this has been a headache for years and years because it's been going on. Unfortunately, the individual who's really handling that died. I talked to Bart a few days ago, and he's pursuing it with someone that's familiar with it, and we're going to pursue it, and we'll come back with and we're going to get a quote on what it's going to cost. We've been trying to do it with no cost, but I think it's going on long enough that we have to do something about it. And when we get some cost figures and so on, I'll bring it back to council for your approval.
And this is the elevator in the community center,
Yeah.
and I think we need to let the people know that, especially the ones that invested in this and the ones that have put their time and energy into it, that we're committed as a city council to get that up and working regardless of the cost. I mean, it's not going to cost us enough to put us in the poorhouse, but it would be something that would be very useful for.
We've at least got the power within 3 feet of the unit, so we have done something.
Yeah.
And so when these people get up here, they can assess it and go from there with it.
Okay, good. So, I mean, just to let people know, we are committed to making that a viable operating facility for handicapped and everyone else, so.
So anyway, when we get a price, we'll come back to council for approval, so we'll see where it's going to run.
Weren't they having a problem with the back door too?
Yes.
Well, that's another
issue
another
that we're
issue
looking at.
They're going to look at that, so anyway, that's all I have.
Riley, you have anything?
No. I'm good.
Frank?
No.
Guy?
I have 2 things, actually. First of all, the police committee meeting we discussed, we are recommending that the city put their legal counsel out for bid. And I will make a motion to that effect. And I don't know if you guys want to discuss it or not, but it's been a while, and I think that maybe we can get a little cheaper, and it's just time. We need to see what happens, at least with putting it out for bid.
Well, what brought this about is a quote came in from another attorney, and we have had some communication issues with our existing attorney that we would like to not have, and the possibility of changing and upgrading and just stir the pot a little bit. Maybe we can save some money.
Yeah.
Maybe we can, if we don't save money, at least hopefully we can get something the same price and possibly a little better service. So you've got a motion to put the lawyer services out for
Well,
bid.
I wanted to. I know it's going to cost us some money, and I didn't give Don a chance to think about it firsthand. I'm sure it's going to cost us a few $100 for the advertising, right? So it's just something to think about. That I'd like to make a motion to put our legal representation out for bid.
Do we get support on that?
Support.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W. absent, Davis,
Yes.
Mosayan,
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
All right. What else, Eric?
The other thing is, this is kind of last minute too. I had mentioned that we're going to try to do some plaster patching over at the community center. So right now, I'm tentatively thinking that we're going to do it next weekend, which would be November 17th and 18th. I was not able to determine whether there's anything scheduled there for next Saturday. But I would just like to ask for permission to use the building to go over there, and we're going to pull down the curtains, restring them, and clean them, patch up some plaster, and hopefully put a coat of paint on it. I don't know if we'll get it all done in one weekend or not, but we'd like to at least get started on it.
I know you were looking for paint. Did you get paint? 'Cause I can probably get you paint.
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay. What color? You want a specific color? You
White
just-
or cream, eggshell, something like that. I mean, it's like a dirty white looking right now, so something like that.
Almost yellow.
Yeah, it's like a yellowish white.
It's like a white in the smoker's house after a year.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, if it's free, we'll take it. We're not going to be picky, but
I'm sure we can get paint. It's not an issue.
so I don't know if you want me to make a motion for that or.
Yeah, we need a motion to allow you to use the youth center
I'll make
and
that
make the
motion.
repairs.
I'll make it.
I'll support it.
Now, on the cracks, are you putting any of the fiberglass mesh tape
No.
over them, or
Oh,
what exactly?
no.
are you gonna
We were just going to. V, cut a V, like an inverted V, and then just plaster over it.
Okay.
Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be when I actually went over there and looked at it. There's some long cracks in the corners. There's a spot in the ceiling it's kind of big, but it's not like, you know, I mean, I've had worse at my house, that's for sure. So.
Worst area is really the front door there.
Yeah, and around the front
Missing.
door, right, yeah. Where they put the new doors in there or
Yeah,
whatever.
I'd rather maybe we cut that out, put some drywall, you know, piece that,
A quarter inch.
just mud tape, or whatever it takes. I mean, you know, maybe just cut it out.
I'm
Okay.
excited. People are allowed to come and volunteer their
Absolutely,
labor during that time as well.
I'm not sure what time we'll start. It will end up probably being on your Facebook page.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W. absent, Davis,
Yes.
Hassan,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes,
Weaver.
Yes.
that's all I have.
Just one thing, and on that window, he did get it patched.
Yes, that is patched.
Yeah, it's patched. He called me and said he had it done.
Yeah.
He hurt his back, so he can't do it anymore.
I will check that.
Okay, however, he did say that he gave me a rough figure to have to repair that, and because of the nature of the glass, he's gonna have to put different mullions in.
Right.
And,
Match up the left to the right.
and so he said it could cost up to $1,000, so.
Wow.
So I don't know, we'll have to look at that.
Well, we got, what, 5,000 invested in that window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we spent quite a bit of money on that, so unfortunately, it's that type of glass that's kind of hard to get.
Yeah.
And,
But I thought he had a
and
good
you can't get
idea.
a big enough piece, and so we may have to put different mullions and try to match it.
Right.
So, but I said, we'll get back to him in the spring, and then I'll bring it back to council and get it.
Sounds
Because
good.
he's gonna do anything with that anyways.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
What hours?
We're done.
Pardon me?
What hours?